Do you get your laughs from computer radio with this bro, Scotty Mo? It's about time to lose your shit. Everybody spark a split for that legend Kevin Smith.
Now, you mentioned before you eventually went off and did your thing. In a world where you didn't think, the albums would go to the front of the store, let alone the top of the charts, let alone into legendary, iconic legacy position in the world of music, you didn't see yourself becoming an actor, but then it happened. When did you start? Was it while you were acting in other people's movies? Is that when you were like, I can do this as well? When did you get the idea for Friday?
From John Singleton. I was with him at his house. He had just bought a new house in Baldwin Hills. And I went over there to see him. I would go over there and watch movies. He would put me through film school and shit. Like, we would watch and see what's good movies, what's bad movies. He showed me shit like a Clockwork Orange and, Stanley Kubrick, 2001 Space Odyssey and shit like that. He would just show me what was a good movie versus a bad movie and why. And then one day, I just popped over and he looked at me one day and he was like, man, when you gonna write a script? I was like, damn, John, I'm just now trying to learn how to act, man. Let alone write a fucking script. He was like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. He said, if you can write them kind of records, I know you can write a script. That day, I left his house. Me and Kim, we went down to, it was a fucking Mac store on, in Century City, right there on, Santa Monica or some shit. We went right there. I bought a Mac computer. I bought Final Draft. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just went home and I just started writing a script. It was bullshit. Don't get you. But he helped me through this clunky way of writing, with no notes, just off the dome. I didn't really know how to do it. So he worked with me, and the script was readable. It wasn't great, but it was readable.
How was it Friday?
And I got the bug.
Was that script Friday or no?
No, it was a script called America Eats Us Young.
Where is it?
It's probably somewhere buried on one of my laptops around here somewhere.
Do you ever want to revisit it as the first thing that you wrote?
No, it's garbage. It's not good. It's not good, I know. Then I wrote a script called Defense with a guy named Floyd Metrix. And he's a guy who wrote some of the first Cheech and Chong movies. And I learned the process a little better working with a bona fide writer. John is a writer director, so he's writing to direct. This guy writes just right,
knowing that it's going to be handed off to somebody else.
Yeah. So I learned the process, by writing that second script, and then the third script I wrote was Friday with me and DJ Pooh. We was fans of the Cheech and Chong movies, fans of Hollywood Shuffle.
I love Hollywood Shuffle. Nobody ever talks about it. Robert Townsend's movie, man.
Yeah, brilliant. Robert Townsend.
Winky Dinky.
Brilliant movie.
He was one of the people responsible for me eventually doing what I do, because I remember hearing him interviewed by Howard Stern when I was still working at the convenience store. Or that might have been when I was still in high school, because I have this vague memory of me being in the parking lot of the school. But it was him talking about putting his movie on credit cards.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd ever heard that notion. I was like, what? And I was young, and it was years before I would ever make a movie, but I was like, that's possible. You could do that sort of thing. And it went and stored in the memory banks so that years later, when I was like, oh my, I'm going to try to make a movie, I'm going to put it on credit cards, I pulled directly from that DNA because I knew it had successfully been done before. And I love that movie. That movie's hysterical.
I mean, Robert Townsend, you wouldn't have Friday without Robert Townsend.
Is that right?
Now, yeah, because of the inspiration. You know, his inspiration and doing Hollywood Shuffle the way he did it and how good it was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I plucked John Witherspoon from seeing, you know, he used to do these HBO comedy specials too. You know, I think called Undercover Brother. You know, it was like some kind of Robert Townsend's, criminal. Yeah, it was
I
like
have vague memories of that. The cover of the box, the VHS box.
Yeah, you know, you would have Patrice Rushen and shit coming out doing the music. And so, you know, him doing that kind of stuff, Keenan doing In Living Color, like all these inspired me and Pooh to write Friday. Also, like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, South Central, Colors. Like everybody thought living how we grew up was just pure hell. Like it was like no fun. So me and Pooh was like, man, wait a minute. We had fun growing up. Let's show how we would envision this kind of shit going down in our neighborhood, you know? So that was a big draw too, to show South Central wasn't all bullets and war zone, even though it is fucking drive-by shootings and Friday, but it was the tone of having fun through all the chaos and not, you know, it could have been a heavy drama, you know. Friday could have actually been a heavy fucking drama. You got, you know, the neighborhood dope dealer want to kill us and shit, you know what I'm saying? But we wanted to flip that, and we actually was like, this shit got to be hood, but it got to feel like Home Alone. It gotta have that fun, bright, I want to be there feel. You know, not drib, drab, I'm ready to run out the fucking theater. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wonderful, hysterical flick. Where did Chris Tucker come into it?
It's a trip because nobody wanted Chris Tucker in the movie.
Really?
Really.
What year is this?
Who was supposed to play Smokey? Pooh. DJ Pooh was supposed to play Smokey. So
you guys wrote it together and
wrote
you were going to play the parts.
Yes. New Line, when New Line acquired the script, they said, well, you know, that's a lot of dialogue for somebody we don't even know. You know, Pooh never acted before. You know, he had did it, a few of my videos, but that was it. So they pushed real hard on, you got to find a co-star. You know, they was actually talking about, you know, Tommy Davidson and people like that, who, you know, he was hot at the time. I said, no, I want an unknown. I don't want you to know who this person is, really, because I want him to be Smokey when you see him, fucking Smokey, nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want none of the known comedians that was already hot. But I had seen Chris Tucker on Def Comedy Jam, and then they put him in House Party 3, but they gave him like
tiny part.
I said, oh, they fucked up. That kid right there is a star. So I pushed him on the studio, made him fly him out, get an audition. F. Gary Gray was even like, man, who is this kid? I don't know, man. I don't know. I said, let us just audition together. Because the shit I seen him do on TV, if he could do that here, it's a wrap. And once we got down together, they saw the chemistry. They saw I mean, everything he said was funny, and that's how he got the part. You know, I fought for him to get it because I knew, I just knew that this is the kind of kid that I want to play next to me because he reminded me of some of the dudes in our neighborhood that was crazy, Yeah.
What? So first produced screenplay, third screenplay written, first produced screenplay, and produces a instant classic with phraseology that enters into the pop culture lexicon and beyond the pop culture lexicon, the lexicon. There are people that say "Bye, Felicia," don't even know why they say it.
Yeah, without a doubt. I got to give credit to Pat Charbonnet too. If you look at the credits, you'll see Pat Charbonnet. Mm-hmm. She was my manager at the time. And she was the one who really, the script was, very pregnant.
Right.
She helped us get it into shape, helped us find the financing with New Line, and helped produce the movie. So, she's an unsung hero in this Friday, I guess call it legacy or classic movie, so without her, you don't get the movie as tight as it is.
Are you going back in? Is there another Friday in our future?
Well, I'm actually trying to get the movie out of Warner Brothers.
Is that what I saw? I saw something. It popped up in my feed. So what's the idea?
They fucking around. In this New Line, it's Toby Emmerich over there. Well, he runs Warner Brothers now, but it's a New Line. Fucking, me and New Line own it together. Mm-hmm. Of course, they got the rights to put this fucking shit out. So, at the end of the day, I wrote 2 crazy scripts, like for the last Friday. One they just wouldn't do. It was before cannabis was legal.
Right.
So it was about it was right in that era where it was state, but the feds were still fucking with the dispensary. So Smokey and not Smokey, but Craig and Day, they had a dispensary and shit. And the motherfucker they had a flash mob in there, stole all the shit. And, we ended up fucking up some kids in there going to jail. In jail, we see all the motherfuckers that we put there, from the Joker Brothers to Debo to Damon. And our whole thing was trying to survive in fucking jail with these motherfuckers like locked in with us. Then we sent to a rehab. The rehab, I had Smokey running the rehab. And it's a fucking scam. It's bullshit. They used back there smoking all the dope they find on people. So, it was to me great for the time. And then motherfuckers was like, well, this is before like any of these shows that came after this, but yeah, they spending too much time in jail. Nobody, jail's not really funny. All this bullshit. Then after that, all these fucking shows come out like Let's Go to Jail, Orange is the New Black. All this bullshit come out. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, see, I was ahead of the curve.
You were, finger on the pulse.
Slow me down. So that was the first fuck up. So I wrote a whole nother script. That was perfect. I mean, and for whatever reason, they was like, well, the love story part, I don't really understand. I'm like, you don't understand? What the fuck? What are you worried about the love story part? That shit is minute in this whole story. It's so small. What are you holding up a whole fucking franchise for dialogue, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it was all bullshit. They just stalled. Then John Witherspoon passes away. Rest in peace. And then Tiny passes away. So I want the fucking movie back. You know, I just want my shit back. And I can go make my movie. They just don't know what the fuck they doing. And this is the same studio that wouldn't do Straight Outta Compton. They turned it over to Universal because they thought it was just a rap movie.
Right.
And they wouldn't do Ride Along because they didn't think me and Kevin Hart could do a hit movie together. So they had Ride Along for fucking 10 years.
Are you kidding?
And they let Universal have that one. So fuck, they don't know what the fuck they doing.
What are your chances of getting it out?
Great. Shit. You know,
I mean, especially if they're not going to move forward with it. Like,
I don't know why they holding it.
Number one, let's just go back. Let's go back to the fact that the first script you wrote just should have been greenlit, predicated on how much money you've previously made the studio with the other Fridays. So right then and there, like, you walk in with a script, you know, as long as it's I mean, really, like, this is a sequel to fucking Friday. There should be no boundaries. And as the creator of the material, it's like, if you're like, it's in jail, then they should have just been like,
they wanted to tell me what needs to be in the Friday movie.
And how did that feel? I mean, how nuts is that?
It don't make Crazy Man sense.
It seems silly because it feels like they're just leaving money on the table.
They are.
And so hopefully, they either come to their senses and be like, just go, or they're like, you know what, take it, God bless. But it's not a good look to hold on to it and not do something.
No, man, you know, I say they're holding the happiness of the culture hostage.
That's a good line. That's good. Well,
and they are.
Boy, you're good with the words, man. You should write lyrics or something like that.
One day.
That's frustrating, but I hope to God it works out for you. But I'll tell you this much. I'm going to, like, it's not, I wouldn't call it Schadenfreude or whatever, but, like, it makes me, like, at my level, which is way below your level, it makes me go like, Jesus, it's hard up there. Like, I would just assume you walk in and you're like, you don't even get day out. You're like, fry. And they're like, here's the fucking money. Go, go, go. Because you could just keep doing it. Like, you know, as long as people were interested, particularly the creators and the original cast. So
what's fucked up, Kevin,
me.
Is they beg me to write these things.
And then don't make them.
And then don't fucking make them. So I don't know what it is. You know, it just seems it's very odd, strange. Can't put my finger on it. At the end of the day, they just fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? You know, they bugged the shit out of us for me to write these things. I wrote 2 scripts, and they sat on their hands for no reason. So I want my shit back.
Time to go, for heaven's sakes.
I wouldn't do a movie with them motherfuckers for nothing in the world.
And you have been, this is Warner Brothers? Because New Line is owned by Warner Brothers. And
Brothers.
And you had been in Warner Brothers stuff. Three Kings was a Warner Brothers movie, right?
Yeah, I've been in a few of their movies.
I mean,
a few of their movies, you know, it's like, I don't understand, you know, what they thinking, but it's not working for me.
Can I ask you a off-topic question just because it came up and I was like, oh, shit. And I'm just stoned enough to ask. On Three Kings, there was that story that George Clooney punched the director. Were you there?
There was no punches thrown.
There were no punches thrown?
No.
But you
were just intense, head-to-head I'm about to fuck you up kind of.
That kind of energy, like, let's go.
Yeah.
But nobody actually threw.
Nobody threw a punch.
Had you ever seen that sort of intensity on a movie before?
No, not between the director and the actor.
That would
that big.
That would have scared me off forever. I would have been like, oh, I never want to see that.
That ain't shit, man. Man, I done seen crazier shit than that.
Is that right?
That was entertaining.
That was what?
Entertaining.
Entertaining. You've seen like directors and actors like really get into it, or?
No, I just seen people get into it, at shit at events.
Oh, like in real life, not on a movie set.
Yeah, in real life.
That's
so,
true.
Then somebody get into it on the set ain't gonna do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? As long as they keep that shit over there.
Totally. I hope you get it back. Again, it just makes no sense for them to let an asset that they know will print money. It's not even like, man, I don't know if we want to take a risk on this Friday picture. It's like they know it's going to make money no matter what it is. But, if the creator of the material says this is what it is, just go. Take the journey. Like,
John Witherspoon died waiting on this movie, hoping, dreaming, wishing to do this movie. Not only him, you got all the comedians. When they do a Friday movie, it gives them a bump for 5-6 years, man. No doubt. So it's sad for these people to just sit on this material and let great, stars that we love pass away. Tiny Lister passed away. It's about seven people from the Friday franchises that's no longer with us. So to me, it's just, it's almost time to take this shit to court. Yeah.
Do it. Get yours. Get it back, for heaven's sakes. Those are your characters, man. Think about that.
Man, it's culture.
But also, like, you're right. The heartbreaking aspect is, like, we won't get John Witherspoon because somebody dilly-dallied, because somebody was like, well, this ain't Friday, to the guy who made Friday.
Man,
crazy.
That's what's crazy, that if you saw a picture of these dudes that's holding up the movie.
I know what they look like.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of Friday, because I know I can't keep you forever, it ties into Good Day, in as much as of course our heroes in Friday are preoccupied with weed.
I mean, this Good Day.
Oh, look at that shit! Since I mentioned earlier, we share a connection in Caviar, Mike. I got a box of that shit early, and oh my god. Isn't it great?
You do what it's supposed to do, right?
Yes, it absolutely does.
I got that Friday Kush too.
Look at that shit. What is that?
That's that Friday Kush, man.
So
I got the Friday and the Good Day.
I didn't have the Friday. All I had was a Good Day, but I'll have.
Gotta get you a box.
I'll get it. I'll go down to Herbarium and get it. When did it come out? When did you street? Like last month? I saw your billboard in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Man, I think we went out in February.
Mm-hmm.
I believe February. I think it was February. I done lost track of time and shit.
We have been
COVID.
Yes, we have been in a pandemic twilight zone. So what does it feel like to smoke your own weed?
It feels great. I ain't got to roll this shit. It's already pre-rolled.
The beauty of the pre-roll.
And, we work. I mean, I'm pretty sure, my man Caviar, I'm pretty sure I got on his nerves and shit because, I kept sending me back to the drawing board and shit. You know what I'm saying? Till it was perfect to my taste. And, we fucked around for about a year.
Coming up with the strain.
Getting it perfect, and so I'm more than happy with it. Everybody I give barely can finish.
Yeah.
You can't finish a whole one. I know you can't.
It
You
is.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're pretty intense joints. The Caviar joints. If you're a stoner, those are the joints that you smoke to get high, because normal flower will just keep you level, but Caviar, the infused weed, is like it's just very intense.
It's
took
next level.
I took mine on tour with me when we toured Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and so I had it for 4 months straight, and wasn't able to mix it up with just plain flour and stuff. So it's pretty heavy stuff. There's something called the Caviar Challenge where, if you can smoke one of their joints all the way down in 15 minutes, you win like $1,000 or something like that. But
yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
It's nearly impossible. The Good Day. I thought it was Good Day because it reminded me of Boys in the Hood when you were like, that was a good day. Where'd you get the name from?
Today was a good day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's like, Today Was a Good Day is one of my biggest songs. You know what I'm saying? If I don't perform that shit, it'll be hell to pay in concert. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, when you want to blaze and shit, you're trying to turn it into a good day. So, to me, it was perfect name for a perfect product. I was waiting to put the name on something that was right. So, Good Day and Friday, it just, I don't think you could say that without seeing my face. So that's really what it's all about. You know what I mean? Making sure that it's a name people remember, and people feel comfortable with, know that I ain't just throwing no shit out there, that is something that I'm really behind. So, we just want to see it grow.
What states can they get it in? Right now, just California?
Right now, it's California, Nevada, Oklahoma, goddamn, one more state.
Florida, Illinois?
No, not that far out. It's West Coast. It's, man,
Washington?
I've been putting this shit too much. No, it ain't Washington.
Too much smoke in your own room.
Yeah. I've been hitting this too much. But we in 4 states, and it's been doing great.
Of course,
it's been doing great.
I mean, it is like, again, they make impeccable weed, but like, you branding it makes a big difference as well.
We're in New Mexico, I believe.
Is in New Mexico?
I believe so. Yeah.
You got like Christmas gifts galore, man. You know what everybody's getting for Christmas? They're all getting some Friday. They're all getting some Good Day.
Nothing wrong with that.
There'll be a Christmas Day strain. That's what everyone's getting.
Yeah, we need a Christmas Day.
It's an insanely wonderful, varied career you got, man. They call people like you Renaissance men. Like, it's you could have fucking just done one thing, which you did insanely well, to break onto the scene in the first place, to introduce yourself to the world, and then you just kept diversifying. You kept like going like, this seems interesting, and followed a bunch of different paths, man, which, I'm sure but for the audience at home, that gives somebody options. Like, you can't be defined by one thing. Your definition is all the things that you do at this point. To some people, you'll always be a rap legend. To some people, you're a movie star. Now to some fucking people, he's the dude on the weed I smoke.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's what I don't want to be is a jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, I don't want to be that.
You're pretty good at all of them, though. So far.
I mean, I won't do it unless I know I can do it well. So I do take advantage of opportunities, but only if I can do it well. Because one thing I don't want to do is disrespect the game, and that's any game I get into. I want to respect the game, do what I'm supposed to do, and work hard, and then the outcome should come out in my favor. But so that's really what it's all about is, not just doing everything, but seeing what you could do, challenging yourself, learning the game, and then doing what it takes to try to be the best. And so with that philosophy, I've been able to jump into a few different fields. And, I feel blessed, man, 'cause not everybody can do it.
Listen, kids, you've just heard the secret. Everyone wants to know, what's the secret? Ice Cube just literally laid out the secret for you. It's a treasure map. Follow literally what he said. And you'll be able to self-express on some level. Maybe not to the level he's reached, but hey, it begins someplace. Like you heard the man say, he didn't know they were going to be racked in the front of the store, let alone he was going to be a screenwriter, let alone he was going to be an actor, let alone he was going to be a legend. You directed already as well, right?
Yeah, I directed a movie called The Players Club.
Yeah.
I directed a couple of documentaries. I directed this shit for 30 for 30 ESPN.
You did one of those?
Welcome, yeah. It was Straight Out of L.A. I did Straight Out of L.A., which is talking about the Raiders leaving L.A. back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've done a few things when it comes to directing. It's really, just about, making sure you take advantage of your opportunities. And follow your heart. Stay creative. That's what I really want to say. Stay creative. It doesn't matter if you get paid for it. Just be creative, because good things happen when you create. When you're creative, and you also can get shit that's inside of you out. Sometimes putting it on a paper, writing it down in a poem, in a rhyme, in a whatever, drawing, painting, sculpture. Just being creative opens opportunities on all kind of levels. So that's what we was doing, and look where it's gotten me. You know what I mean? Just being creative.
You ain't gonna get better advice than that all year, kids. And you got it from the great Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube, thank you for taking the time.
This was fun, man.
It was a good time, man. And again, that weed is fantastic.
Yo, man, we got to do this again.
We will do it again.
You're going to have to hit me up with a couple of your boxes. I had a couple of your boxes I ran through. Yeah, I need some more.
I know the feeling. I've blazed through yours as well.
Yeah, need some more.
That's it, kids. That's SModcast for this week. I'm Kevin Smith.
Your boy Ice Cube.
Have a week.